Hello, everybody. This is the Gamer CJ podcast. This is episode two, and I am a big music fan, and we're going to talk about my top 10 favorite new British heavy metal albums, um, and singles and EPs and all that stuff. I'm going to be reviewing them because I have a lot of music on my phone. If you ever see my music reviews on my YouTube channel, I do that all the time. So this is going to be episode two. I'm also going to be doing some interviews with people like my Taekwondo teacher, Master Jason. Going to be interviewing people that that are interesting in my life. But my one of my main passions is music, and metal music is it. So we're going to go. We're going to go to number 10 on my newer British heavy metal albums list, and I love this band, but I have to go with number 10 being Spellbound by Tigers of Pantang. Uh, this album does not have the original vocalist Jess Cox in it. I really like the song Hellbound. Take It is really good. Tiger Bay is awesome. And of course, I download all the reissues, so I've got like All or Nothing on there. Don't Give a Damn. Bad Times It Ain't Easy, and it don't take nothing. But I mean, this album is pretty good. It's the first album with John Sykes. John Sykes would go on to play with Whitesnake and was formerly with Thin Lizzy. Um, this album is a really good new British heavy metal album. Um, the other songs on there are Gangland. Well, I think I already said Gangland, but it's ironic because it's a title of an also an Iron Maiden song that came out when Maiden did their seminal Number of the Beast record. Um, and yeah, so the other, um, like I said, I mean it's an okay album. When I started getting into new British heavy metal, I mean I listened to this one and I listened to the one after, and then I listened to the album that had Love Potion number nine, and I was like, oh, well, this is not what I was expecting. And yeah, so I'm gonna give this album a 6 out of 10. The songs are okay. It's not like their debut record, Wildcat. I prefer Wildcat much better. All right, so now we're gonna go to number two and or number nine, excuse me, number nine. And I don't know if you would count this as new wave of British heavy metal, but yes, I'm recording a podcast right now. Sorry. My dad is okay. Anyway, um so getting back to this, number nine is a band. Oh no, no. Let me think. I know I like this one. Uh oh yeah, here it is. Uh they're not new British heavy metal, but they're pretty good. They're called Nightwing. And the album that I like by them, they're prog rock, but you could consider them to be newer wave of British heavy metal. The album called Black Summer. I mean, you've got Overnight Sensation. It's very reminiscent of like Queen and stuff. It's really good. Um, I've listened to it a few times, and it's great. Uh, I like proggier new album, like a couple bands that when we get to closer to number one, they're going to be a lot of bands that have very proggy elements or very bluesy elements, and of course, I love a lot of the classics. So, uh, "Long and Hard Road" is an amazing song. "Evil Woman," I mean, that's great. Uh, it's got some very amazing riffs. Um, so, and the reason I say it's number nine, I love it, but I just haven't listened to it in a while. But those are the ones I know I like. You know. Plus, I like, I I like progginess in general. Wishbone Ash is a band I've been listening to a lot of. Um, Steve Harris, that's one of his favorite bands. So, you know, this is number nine because it's not what I think of as quote unquote new album or new version of metal as we get closer. So I'm gonna give this album about a 6 of 10. It's very good. It's just a good rocking album. All right, number eight. Uh, this band is really good, but it's not. I don't know if you can count this as new British heavy metal, but oh no, this is really good. Rock You to Hell by Grim Reaper. Um, it's not as good as See You in Hell, but certainly has moments. Rock Me to Death, Rock You to Hell, which is that really good video. They sound a lot like the band Wasp that I really like. Steve Grimmett has a lot of that good vocals. I mean, Lust for Freedom is really good. You know, Night of the Vampire, When Heaven Comes Down. Um, Suckin' and See is really good. Wish That You Were Never Born or whatever. That's a good one. Wasted Love, it's okay. Out of all the Grim Reaper albums, I mean, I listen to it from time to time. I just think because I have the deluxe edition of, I download that of um, with See You in Hell and Fear No Evil, and that's much better than Rock You to Hell. Rock You to Hell, it's good. It's still good. It's towards the end of new wave British heavy metal. I mean, you get into like the '90s and stuff. It's just traditional heavy metal. More the traditional kind of Judas Priest, Iron Maiden kind of side of things. Even though they have one guitarist, it's just what I call it the typical rock, where it's got a vocalist, a bassist, a guitarist, and a drummer, and that is my number eight. So now we go into number nine, and or I'm sorry, number seven. That's right. Sorry about that. Number seven. Uh, I'm only picking this because I really like girl singers or girl bands. It's Girl School Hit and Run. This is the only band. This is the only album I really like by them because I've listened to all other stuff. I listened to the albums before, but Hit and Run is the best because it's got "Come On, Let's Go," very punkish. The Hunter's really good. I could listen to this album back to back and just not get bored. It's to me 10 out of 10. As we get closer and closer to number one, I mean, it's just good. And they're like the female version of Motorhead. I mean, most metalheads dig Motorhead. I do too. I dig more of the '70s Motorhead. Like I love Bomber the best. That's kind of my favorite Motorhead album. And this just captures that energy of Bomber. And they also Lemmy and Goer School did a good album together. It's really good. This is considered biker metal, which is a mix of just uh, punk and metal kind of thing. Uh, it's really good, and you guys should check out the "Come On, Let's Go." That's really good. The first five tracks are pretty good. I actually don't have track six because it's a cover. With digital, I don't really like listening to covers. I actually forgot what the cover was, but I did remove that. I honestly, when I listen to certain albums, I don't like to have covers. I really forgot what that cover was, but the whole album is the whole album is pretty good. The only time I do like covers is, for instance, and I know I'm getting on a little bit of a tangent, is um a band called Mad Max. They're a really good German obscure metal band, and they covered the song "Sweet Fox on the Run," and that song is better than the original. Grim Reaper did "School's Out" by Alice Cooper, which is an amazing song on its own. See, certain covers I'll leave in, but because it fits the record, obviously, you know what I mean? It fits the vibe. That's number That's number five. Oh no, that's number six. No, yeah. Wait, no. This is number six. So I've listened to this a little bit. It's pretty good. The album is called, well, it's a 10-inch EP or single, and it's called Fire, and the band is called Fire Clown. And it's an Invasion, and the single is called Invasion. It's really good. Um, I like Poor Man. That it's a short EP. It's like 15 minutes. Poor Man is really good. The reason it's called Fire Clown is I guess they're big Tigers of Pantang fans. When we get down the list, we definitely will get to that album that's on. So stay tuned for that. But Invasion is really good. I mean, that's an amazing album. I mean, an amazing song. A title track. Magic is okay, I guess. You know, it's not as. I mean, yeah, I guess you consider this a new album, but this is '83. This is when like it's more hard rock, but it's. I get most of my stuff off heavy metal rarities, so most of it is really good. Um, I mean, for the most part, when I heard it, because I look everything up on YouTube, you should really listen to Invasion 10-inch 1983 by Fire Clown. It is good, and it's, I guess I would say about 7 out of 10. It's it's okay, and that is my number six. All right, now top five. Um, I'm gonna go with an album. This is actually a single. Uh, and it's it's not now honestly with this single, it is one of my favorites. It's just not something that I would put ahead of the other ones. It's Oscalet, and the album is called Stalemate. This album is really good. I mean, this single is really good, especially the first track. But I'm a drummer, and I hate when drummers, like when a song is really badass, and then they have to do the stupid hi hat pedal. I was listening to a band called Deadly Blessing, and considered power thrash, especially from my home state of New Jersey. And in the middle of the song "Escape the Wrath," it goes dun 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 dun, dun. But in the middle, the drummer goes. I'm like, that to me. I mean, I don't mind if it's in rock, but when it's in something as badass, that means that either the drummer is too slow, because I don't use that. I use my double bass, as my kind of, I guess, start click track. That's why I like Clive Burr's drumming, because he doesn't really do that much. But that's the only complaint I have about that song. And even the Raven, the second song, Stalemate's the first track, and then obviously you have the Ravens. You have the Raven, which is track number two. No, number two is really good. Um, the Raven is an amazing, amazing track. Um, it has that same vibe, and this is very do it yourself kind of vibes to it. Because if you hear the drums, it sounds like he's doing like the Iron Maiden sound, like dun, 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 the I can't describe it, but it's like dun, 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 if you can hear it on my leg, like that. I guess it's a dun, 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 dun. That's what it sounds like. And also the drum sounds good, and I'm someone that also listens to the drums. So uh, you know how like Metallica, they what people were complaining about Saint Anger. I heard that song. I had no problem with the snare sound. That's just my opinion. It's all about the quality of the music too. So, and these guys are great. It only came out in 86. 86 is a great year for metal. All right, so that's number five. Now we're going to go to number four. And this album came out in 86. It's Elixir, Son of Odin. And this album is really good. Um, I love all this. I mean, Pandora's Box is really good, even though it's got a little bit of the you know in it. The first song, Star of Beshian, I can't even say that. It's an okay. It's an intro. You This album is really good. I mean, usually when I review my albums, the number isn't. It's more in order. Yeah, I'm not ordering from 1 to 10, but like this album is just great. Treachery, Ride Like the Wind, is a good is a good start to Son of Odin, which is like the epic track. Starflight, track number 6, is not really that good. Trial by Fire is okay. Children of Tomorrow it's got that it's to me it's okay. But when it comes to the main highlights of the album, I mean, Hold High the Flame, which has very good Maiden vibes, like Flight of Icarus, just the that kind of stuff. And then you've got Treachery. Oh, treachery, you'll be the dead man's gone. But and that's Treachery. Some of these songs I review I know really well. Other ones I just you know I also rank them on the ones I know more, pretty much too, and the ones that I listen to every once in a while. I mean, obviously, when we get to further down the list, now we're in top five. These are the ones that I kind of know more by heart. So, and then the final track, even though I've got the 2007 deluxe edition, but you've got Son of Odin, which has very big like Dio vibes. It's got that dun 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 dun. Ooh, ooh, Son of Odin. Dun, 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 dun. When the moon starts on the night, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, then the sun, I'm like, Son of Odin, just got that, dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun, 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 and then of course you've got, this is part of the deluxe, but you've got Charity of the Gods and Winds of Time, and of course a live version of Treachery, which is pretty good. All right, well, that's number four. Now we hit number three, and now we're in the top three. I'm going to go with this one, with the next one. It's a really good album. It's a band called Easy Meat, Easy Y, and then Meat. You've got Rock Your Brains, which is a pretty good song. Never Met a Woman Like You, awesome track. You've got Sodom and Gomorrah, really good track. Oh So Tired, great. You've got I Gotta Run, awesome, great song. And then you've got Massacre, and then you've got the progressive song called Alien Tale. This song is at least 20 minutes long. Listen to most, which is kind of weird for an album, considering, I mean, I shouldn't say that. Witchfire General, which is another, oh, that's right. I'm gonna put them in the album. The last album will surprise you, but see, some albums I just forget about, but this is my non-biased review, just in order. So this might not be the version you're hearing, but I've been recording it a few times just to see what the good ones are. Um, so yeah, that is a good album. Alien Tale is just It's just progressive new album, and it's really good. Really good ride. It does rock your brains. I will say that. All right. So now we're gonna move on to number two, and it is Witchfinder General Death Penalty. I keep forgetting about this album, but this whole album is great. It's. I don't like Friends of Hell. I tried to get into that. This album, I'm sorry, but this has what Friends of Hell doesn't have. You know how people compare Merciful Fate? I'm a big Merciful Fate fan. People compare Merciful Fate to, like, people say, "Oh, well, Melissa's," or "Well, Don't Break the U is better than Melissa." I think both are equally good. But when it comes to Witchfinder General Death Penalty, it's too short. There's 7 songs, and yet the second album, Friends of Hell, is longer, and that is not as good as this one. You've got R.I.P. Burning Sinner. They said burn her to the ground. They said burn her sin, burn her light, burn until she died. I said burn her. And then you've got Witchfinder General, and I'm the Witchfinder General. Dun, dun. And then, of course, No Stare, Death Penalty, Free Country, which talks about marijuana. You've got Invisible Hate. There's hate in my brain, there's hate in them. There's hate in my head, cousin, faith in them. You know, I really like. I forgot the name of the lead vocalist, but it's really good, and he's a really good singer. All right, so now we hit the number one spot, and it's my favorite new wave of British metal album. It came out in 1984. Wolf Edge of the World, sitting at the edge of the world with you, sitting at the edge of the world with you. This is my favorite new wave of British metal album on any list. I'm sorry, this album. Oh my god! I mean it, uh, and this is legit my own opinion. But this is better than Number of the Beast. This is better than all the other new Roberto albums. This is killer underrated. It is. It's just. Oh my gosh, it's great. My favorite song is Head Contact, and it does have the little hi hat pedal. But this is more of a hard rock album, and I still think it's better than anything that came out. This came out in '84. Anything that came out in '84, Wolf Edge of the World, to me, is an amazing record. And and a little trivia on this band: they were originally Black Axe. There's a single. There's a single from 1982 that came out, and the band and it has Red Lights, which is track 9, and Highway Rider. It's Highway Rider with Red Lights, which is an ironic title. But and then of course the whole album is good. Heaven with Rock and Roll. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 I'm dreaming, dun, 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 dreaming, and then the lights, and then of course you got Shock Treatment, mm, 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 mm. Shock Treatment, dun, 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 Shock Treatment, and I've got Soul for the Devil, Soul for the Devil, dun, a soul for me, dun, 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 dun. It's got really good vibes on it. Head Contact, though, is the best. Head Contact, rock and roll. Dun, 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 And then take it, and that's and take it. And then in Raxton's to wishes. Dun, 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 to the call. Dun, dun, no. Dun, 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 dun. Been to see the light in the habits of life. Head Contact rock and roll. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun- Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, that's great. Head Contact. Number 7 is Rest in Peace. Rest in Peace. Wait. Well, I don't really. But Too Close for Comfort. Too Close for Comfort. Dun, 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 dun. And then Red Lights. Red Lights. Right. That's a very good speed song. And Medicine Man is a great. But I mean, this is number 1. You guys should check this album out. It's great. Wolf, Edge of the World. It's got everything from slow songs to speedy songs to fast. It's pretty much it's a mix of different styles, and that's why I love it so much. It's great. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.